Why you should stop overthinking. Introduction. Have you ever felt worried or anxious about something and could not stop thinking about it? In this video, we will talk about overthinking and why you should stop it. We will use simple English and short stories. This channel is a space for English learners. We will speak clearly and slowly, and use simple words and short stories. This is also graded reader practice. You will hear keywords and ideas repeated to help you learn. Remember, we speak slowly so you can understand each phrase. Overthinking means thinking about the same thing too much. Sometimes thinking and planning are good, but thinking too much can be bad. Overthinking is when your mind keeps going over the same thoughts again and again. Can feel like your mind will not stop. It can be called worrying too much. People often say, "I am overthinking it." Overthinking feels like a loop with no way out. For example, Bina has a painting class. She starts to draw a flower but then worries, what if my petals are too short? What if my flower looks ugly? She erases it and starts again. This goes on and on. Bina never finishes because she is stuck overthinking every detail. This is different from helpful thinking. Helpful thinking stops when you solve a problem. Overthinking goes past the helpful point. It is like walking in circles around a tree, never moving forward. What is overthinking? In this picture, a student is sitting with many question marks above her head. This shows she is thinking hard. Maybe she has an exam tomorrow or a problem at school. She is lost in her thoughts. Overthinking is like that. Your mind is full of questions and worries. Overthinking is a common problem. Many people, even adults, do it. You might worry about a job interview, a test, or what someone said. The problem is thinking only about what can go wrong again and again. Imagine a maze where every path leads to more questions. Overthinking feels stuck in a loop. Think about a car engine running but the car not moving. That engine noise is like your mind running with worry. For example, a student prepares for a test. He studies very hard but instead of practicing, he keeps thinking, what if I forget everything? That worry makes him nervous and he forgets what he knows. He ends up studying less. This is overthinking. He spent time worrying instead of focusing. In English, we sometimes say someone is ruminating on a problem, but overthink is easier to say. Why overthinking is harmful. This picture shows a girl with question marks around her. She looks stressed. Overthinking can be bad for you. It can make a small problem feel very big. Overthinking is like making a mountain out of a molehill. A little worry can grow and grow. If you think about a problem too much, it wastes your energy. You spend time and thought power but do not solve the problem. It is like tying yourself in knots. Experts say overthinking drains you of the energy you need. You may feel tired or sick. For example, your head might hurt or your stomach can feel upset when you worry. Overthinking also stops you from enjoying the present moment. If you focus on worries about the future or the past, you miss good moments in the present. Imagine you are at the beach, but your mind is busy with fears. You might miss the sunshine and waves. Overthinking can cause stress and anxiety. In the long run, it can even lead to anxiety or depression. Anxiety and depression come with real problems. They can cause headaches, fatigue, trouble sleeping, and other health issues. For example, a person might get a constant stomach ache or trouble sleeping because of overthinking. If you feel upset all the time, your body may respond with pain or sickness. Remember, small worries will pass. If you spend all day worrying about a test, you might get stomach pain. Instead, it is better to study calmly and take breaks. Overthinking often makes problems worse, not better. Example story: John at the park. Look at this man at the park. He has a book but is not reading. John is thinking about his big exam tomorrow. He sits quietly on a bench but his mind is loud. John knows he studied well but he keeps imagining the worst. What if the questions are too hard? What if I forget everything? He thinks. He keeps rehearsing answers in his head, but each thought leads to a new worry. During the exam, John stares at the paper. He knows the answers but he is too anxious to write. He even shakes his head at tough questions. He takes a deep breath and tries to calm down. Finally, John understands something important. Worrying did not help. He finishes the exam and realizes he knew more than he thought. He feels relief. John thinks, I did fine. I worried for nothing. He learns that if he stays calm, his mind works better. Next time, John will try to relax his mind before the test. Example story: Sara at work. Sara has a new job and she wants to do well. At lunchtime, she feels shaky and quiet. She wonders, what if I mess up my work? What if my boss says something bad? Sara's overthinking. Her hands are cold and tense. She sits down with her sandwich, but she almost forgets to eat because she keeps thinking about the morning. At her desk, Sara accidentally deletes a small document. She thinks, now they will all think I am careless. She imagines coworkers whispering. Her heart beats faster. She even hears a small laugh from a corner and thinks, they must be laughing at me. Sara is telling herself scary stories in her head, and it is making her feel worse. After work, Sara talks to her friend Ollie. She says quietly, today I was so nervous I broke a glass and missed an email. Ollie smiles and says, don't worry, Sara. Everyone makes small mistakes. You can fix this and learn. Sara thinks, he's right. Everyone messes up sometimes. Talking to Ollie makes Sara feel better. Sara decides, tomorrow she will take one small step at a time. She will smile at her coworkers and ask for help if she needs it. She tells herself, I will not overthink too much. I will do my best one task at a time. Sara feels more hopeful and goes home with a calmer heart. Example story: David at the interview. David has an important job interview tomorrow. He wakes up early and practices answers to possible questions. But David keeps thinking, what if they ask something I don't know? What if I forget my answers? These worries make his hands shake and his breakfast taste bland. In the interview room, his interviewer smiles and asks a question. David's heart pounds, but he remembers his preparation. He answers slowly and clearly. After each answer, he feels a little more confident. He even makes the interviewer laugh with a small joke at the end. When the interview ends, David feels proud. He thinks, I did it. I worried too much for nothing. He realizes overthinking before the interview just made him nervous. The interview turned out okay because he answered honestly. David learns to trust himself. Next time, he will take a deep breath and have faith in his abilities. For example, Ollie applies for a better job. He uses a new resume. In English, he writes, I am hardworking. I am learning English. Example story: Tina and the text message. Tina is a high school student. One afternoon, she gets a text from her friend Nina. The message says, okay, talk to you later. Tina thinks, why did she just say okay? Did I do something wrong? Is Nina upset with me? Tina starts to worry. She sits on her bed and imagines many situations. She even asks herself, did I say something wrong yesterday? Tina spends the whole day feeling upset, even though there is no real problem yet. Finally that evening, Nina calls her on the phone. Nina laughs softly and says, sorry, my phone died today. I just got your text. Tina feels a big relief. She realizes it was just a simple message, and she had imagined a big problem. The worry in her mind was much bigger than the truth. Tina learns not to jump to conclusions without facts. She tells herself, next time I will wait and ask before assuming something bad. Tina smiles and feels better. Example story: Maria at a party. Maria is shy and goes to a small party with her cousin. Maria stands by the wall and watches others. She thinks, what if I say something silly? They might not like me. Her cousin waves and smiles at her. Maria bites her lip and thinks, no, I'll just wait. A little later, Maria's cousin introduces her to a friend. Maria is quiet at first. Her cousin nudges her and says, you can do it. Maria hesitates, then smiles and asks the friend, hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. The friend smiles back and they start talking about music they like. Maria finds she is having fun and laughs at a joke. Maria realizes the party was better than she imagined. Her worries were bigger than reality. She says to herself, next time I will say hello sooner. She decides to take one small step and speak rather than overthink. Maria leaves the party with a smile, happy that she joined in. How to stop overthinking. Imagine a maze in your brain. Overthinking can feel like a tricky maze with many paths, but there is always a way out. Each turn in the maze is a thought, and you can find your way out with the right steps. Over time, you can escape the worry maze. Overthinking is a habit you can break. It takes practice and patience. You can learn to gently guide your mind to calm thoughts. Each time you notice a worry, remind yourself of these tips and be kind to yourself. Here are some tips and steps to help you. Don't sweat the small stuff. Most everyday choices are not worth worrying about. Save your energy for really important decisions. Focus on facts. Ask yourself, is this a real problem now or just a worry in my mind? This question can stop unnecessary fear from growing. Set a deadline. Give yourself a time limit to decide or think. For example, decide today or tomorrow and then stop thinking. This prevents endless worry. Take action. Instead of only thinking, do one small thing. It could be studying one page of notes, writing a short to-do list, or calling a friend. Taking action breaks the cycle of worry. Talk to someone. Share your thoughts with a friend or family member. Talking can help you see the problem in a new way. You might find solutions or comfort together. Let go of what you can't control. If you worry about something you cannot change, try to let it go. Focus on things you can change. This will free your mind from unnecessary stress. Don't fight your thoughts. Trying very hard to push away a worry can make it stronger. Instead of fighting, notice the thought and then gently shift your focus. Shift your focus. Do something healthy and active like taking a short walk, playing a simple game, or listening to music. This can break your worry cycle. Create positive emotions. Listen to a cheerful song, watch something funny, or remember a happy memory. Positive feelings can lighten your mind. Also, try scheduling a short worry time each day. If a worry comes outside that time, remind yourself to think about it later. This can help calm your day. When a worry comes, take a slow, deep breath to calm your body. These steps can help break the cycle of overthinking. Vocabulary and practice. In this script, we used many helpful words and phrases. Practice them to improve your English. Worry, verb, to feel nervous or afraid about what might happen. Example: I worry about the test. Anxiety, noun, a strong feeling of worry. Example: I feel anxiety when I think too much. Tired/fatigue, noun/adjective, feeling very sleepy or low in energy. Example: overthinking made me feel tired. Focus, verb, to pay attention to something. Example: focus on your breathing. Present moment, phrase, what is happening now. Example: enjoy the present moment. Deep breath, noun, a slow, long breath to help relax. Example: take a deep breath and calm down. Let go of something. Phrase, to stop holding on to a thought or worry. Example: let go of what you can't change. Trust yourself, phrase, to believe in your own abilities. Example: trust yourself that you studied well. Relax, verb, to become calm. Example: I relax by taking deep breaths. Overcome, verb, to get control of a problem or fear. Example: I will overcome my fear of speaking. Practice, verb, to do something again and again to improve. Example: I practice English every day. Calm, adjective/verb, peaceful, to make peaceful. Example: he stays calm. Or calm down and breathe. Now let's practice some phrases. Repeat after me, out loud. I can do my best. Take a deep breath. I focus on what I can do. I let go of what I can't control. I am calm and confident. Keep speaking these positive sentences to improve your English and your confidence. Conclusion: we all worry sometimes, but overthinking too much can stop us from enjoying life. We learned that overthinking can make us feel anxious or tired. In our stories, people like John, Sara, Tina, David, and Maria felt better after using simple steps. They realized it's better to stay calm and take action than to get stuck in worry. Now you have lots of tools to help yourself. When you feel worried, try one of these tips. Breathe, focus on facts, or talk to someone. Over time, you will feel less nervous. Remember the English phrases and new words you learned today, and try using them. You did a great job listening and practicing. Keep learning and speaking English. Each time you use these tips and phrases, you get better at English and at staying calm. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.